Hello everyone, and welcome to the Daily Rotation video series where I go over each of the free weekly characters in Heroes of the Storm, and today we'll be playing as Murky, the melee specialist. Murky excels at split pushing and being a major distraction to the enemy team, so what we are going to try to do this game is push it and push it to the limit. I'll go over his abilities here real quick before we start the match. His Q ability is Slime. It's basically a small AoE that does a little bit of damage and slows enemies. Great for clearing minion waves and trying to get people off your back. The Puffer Fish, it's basically a larger AoE that is timed, so you throw it out and then after a few seconds it'll explode and do a much larger amount of damage. Unfortunately, the Puffer Fish can be destroyed, so if the enemy team is being good about handling a Murky player, they'll go and attack. Just auto attack the Puffer Fish a few times. That'll destroy it, won't do any damage. Hopefully we won't have that problem this game. And then our E abilities are Safety Bubble. We will become invulnerable. We can't attack or use abilities, but the enemy team, it completely disrupts anything they're doing to us. So if they cast an ability that's a damage over time, the Safety Bubble is going to negate any additional damage over time after we cast that. So it's an excellent ability to get out of trouble with Murky. And then what makes him really special is his spawn egg. Basically, you can place it anywhere on the map, and when you die, you will respawn after 4 seconds at wherever you place the spawn egg. The catch is if your egg is destroyed, there's 15 seconds that the enemy team can kill you, and you'll have to deal with the regular death timer, which is a big deal as Murky. So let's see how hard we can push it today as Murky. And today we find ourselves on the Black Hearts Bay. We do have the friendly team of Falstad, Raynor, Uther, and Tychus. The enemy team has Muradin, Murky, Raynor, Tychus, Sonya. So very similar matchups. They have a tank. They have 2 tanks, and we have a support. For our level 1 talent here, we are going to be picking up Bribe, which will allow us to get stacks. Uther, can you lane with me? We're going to try to get Uther to lane with us because Murky and Uther seem to go very well together. Thank you. It looks like we are going for the smiley face in the middle of the map here. So, you know, before we engage, we should do something that's very important with Murky, and that is to lay his egg. Wherever you lay his egg is where you're going to spawn, and you will respawn. I believe it's 4 seconds. Let's engage here. Looks like the enemy Murky is engaging. We are going to do a little bit of damage to Tychus. Will we secure the kill? Yes, we will.
First blood!
We're going to pop our shield and just get back out of there. So, as I was saying, Bribe allows you to gain stacks by killing minions and heroes. I believe every 20 stacks, you can steal 1 mercenary. So you can basically collect 2 stacks of this, this Bribe ability. And then what that does is you can just buy a mercenary. Let's help Uther take this here. We are going to kind of focus on the lane as well as getting these coins, because what Murky really excels at, I don't want to die with all these coins. Unfortunately, I probably shouldn't have been picking up those coins because Murky dies so often. Let's jump back into the fight here. And as far as his abilities or combos go, you pretty much want to try to drop the Puffer Fish into a little mob of minions, we'll say. Murky on Murky here. So basically what that Murky's doing, and you just want to kind of move around a lot because you don't have a lot of health. It's not a big deal when you die on Murky as long as your egg is up, but you don't want to just give away kills. It looks like the friendly Uther didn't want to stay in lane with me, which is kind of too bad. But for the most part, for Murky, what you're going to be doing the entire game is pretty much laning and harassing. That's all you really can do, is just kind of harass people. Towards late game, Murky does get some abilities that help him take down heroes pretty quickly. And in fact, one of those abilities is our level 4 talent. We are going to pick up Envenom, which is a massive damage over time, so it makes for a great kill shot. Let's just throw our Puffer Fish down here, do some damage to the towers. We are going to pop our bubble shield, and we are going to get out of there. No, we're not. Somebody threw something at me, but that's okay, because we're going to come right back, and we are actually going to roll on up to the top lane. One thing you really want to make sure you do with Murky is split push, because, wow, Really don't know what I'm doing, apparently. We're going to drop down the pufferfish, do a little splash, heal up from the sippy cup, and let's actually place our lane up here. This looks like a place that could use some help. I try to always place my egg in a base. I know you can get, you know, in the middle of the map a little bit faster from placing your egg out there, but it's just so much more dangerous. And if you don't know, when Murky's egg is destroyed, you have 15 seconds to kill Murky, which isn't that hard. And if you do, he'll have to deal with the death timer, just like everyone else. And that's a really bad thing with Murky, because the thing that he excels at is staying around in the fight and harassing people and pushing lane. Looks like a little bit of hostility going on here. Hopefully they don't expect me to be in the team fight, because Murky is not a team fighter by any means. Not until late game. I will pick up some talents that should help us quite a bit. Let's Envenom on the enemy Muradin, now that we have some backup from Uther. As you can see, having Uther around, it just makes Murky so much stronger, because he can then start to engage without having to worry about dying instantly. It's not, like I said, it's not a big deal if you die with Murky since you come back so fast, but you don't necessarily want to be dying with Murky just because you can. So we are at our level 7 talent. We're 1 level behind the enemy. We are going to pick up compressed air, which will just make our pufferfish a little bit bigger, help us clear out minion waves a little bit faster. We do need to head on up to the top lane, as we're losing some ground on our lane there. I actually played this map 3 times with Murky now. The first 2 times went very well. This time isn't starting quite as well, as we are at a huge disadvantage in XP, but I do plan on trying to do something about that by pushing these lanes. So basically with Murky, what I try to do is just push and push as far away from the enemy team, so that either I can push uncontested, or they're distracted and they have to come and, you know, take care of me, because they don't want to have to deal with all of their lanes being backed up. So the more I can split push, the better, especially since my team didn't really want to lane till level 10, and now we're at a huge disadvantage. And in this map, you can actually get away with not laning, as long as you're getting lots of coins and turning them in. You get a lot of XP. We're going to drop this and get out of here. See if we can escape Tychus. We cannot. Not really a problem. Team fight is breaking out down in the lower part of the map. But like I said, we're just going to continue and focus on pushing these lanes. Tychus is up here, so we will bail on down to this lane. You basically just want to be in whatever lane is being contested the least, because the more you can stay alive with Murky, and the more you can do things like clear out minion waves, the more XP your team is going to get, and the more pressure it's going to be constantly put on the enemy heroes to come back and try to deal with you. Because as you can see, I'm pushing both these lanes down, and I am keeping their Tychus out of the fight while gaining XP. And that's really what Murky excels at here. So we're going to need to bail. And we're going to toss Envenom on him just for the fun of it. Probably should have waited, because we just got our level 10 ability, which is Octo Grab. And what that's going to do is just stun the target for a few seconds. It's ultimately just going to make Murky harass people even better. Like I said, that's your goal, is just to harass people. If you're not harassing people, especially late game, probably doing something wrong. Man, this Tychus, he is just all over me. Not a problem. Like I said, we're keeping Tychus busy. I really feel like Uther should be helping his team. He's our support, and he's probably one of the tankiest characters on our team, if not the tankiest character. There's only one Uther. The enemy team was not fortunate enough to have their own Uther. But yeah, he really should be helping them out, or collecting coins, and leave the pushing to me at this point. Because as you can see, the enemy team is racking up even more XP with the turn-in that they just got with the coins. We're going to get out of here. I have a feeling we are going to get away from Tychus this time. Pretty soon, we're probably going to have to really start helping team fight, even though we're not very good at it at this point in the game. But our friendly Uther just is not really doing a lot for the team. And that's effectively making it a 3 versus 5, which is not something you ever want to do. Uther, just let me lane. They need you. We'll see if that advice helps at all. And we will pick our level 13 talent. What I like to pick is Continuous Slime. It reduces the cooldown of our slime, so we can use it a lot, basically. And we're going to come out here. And see, now, if we did have Uther helping the friendly team, we would be eliminating Tychus from the fight, so it would make it a 4-on-4 fight. And I would be winning the battle of pushing multiple lanes. As you can see, these lanes are going good. We're both keeping a lot of pressure on both these forts. We haven't turned in. We only need one more coin to turn in. Let's see if we can just take out Murky. Yes, we can. You know, I'm sure he'll respawn in just a second, so it's not going to do us a lot of good. But I am going to try to get away with Tychus and fail. But we do get the turn-in, so we will get the first bombardment of the game. Our first bombardment of the game. The enemy team has already put quite a bit of pressure on our forts. We're going to try just to move on down to the middle lane. And then we're just going to cruise over here and hopefully psych Tychus out, though. By the time that he gets the vision, he'll see I'm back. But that's okay, because we're going to drop this, use our little splash, and move away. And we're going to lock him down, because we're just going to take more time from him. And something I just noticed here, it looks like I have 2 stacks of Bribe. So once one of these camps are up, I will be able to take them pretty much instantly. I could help. If somebody could come help me with this, I could take half the camp. I can bribe half. They want to be turning in coins. Probably want to stop the enemy team, but Murky certainly isn't going to be the person to stop the enemy team from turning in coins. Although you can disrupt them, so if you know your team's going to get there in time and you just need to buy them a little bit of time, I would suggest even dropping your egg nearby, just temporarily, to be able to harass the enemy team so that they can't turn in. But, you know, I really didn't feel like that was the case. I would say there's a pretty strong chance that that wasn't the case. I don't think the enemy, our friendly team, would have made it there in time at all. But we are starting to catch up on levels, and for our level 16 talent, we are going to pick up Blood for Blood. It's a great kill shot, especially for people like Sonya, who have a larger health pool. As long as we can get them down to 15% health, we will be able to basically instantly take them out. Like Tychus, if we can get to him. But I don't think we can. Oh, look at how much health he has. I should have used Envenom. That probably would have worked. Uther is retreating. Let's see if we can help him out here. Uh-oh. Murky's egg is down. We are going to be dealing with a long death timer. I really should have been paying attention to them destroying that top fort. They did it without minions because I've been pushing this top lane the entire time. The enemy team is pushing so hard, and they are able to dissuade our team from any advancements so well. They don't even need their minions to push. I mean, look at Falstad. He's just getting destroyed by Sonya.
You have failed me for the last time.
A little advice, if you're playing Falstad, you probably don't want to go up against Sonya unless you can eliminate her quickly, because you have nothing to stop her spin unless you picked up a talent to create a stun. And it looks like I'm still not going to be able to use my bribe on those siege golems or siege giants because the friendly team is picking them up, which is fine. Maybe they'll come help me pick this up. What do you guys think? Somebody want to come up here? Ping it a few more times. Anybody? They want to go down, turn in coins. Seems like an okay idea. Come on. Come on, Rainer. You should be down there team fighting, but since you're not, I'm just going to buy this one, There we go. And then once these guys die, I'm going to make sure and not pick up those coins, let Rainer do it. I'm going to let him actually just take the camp. I definitely don't want to pick up coins and then just lose them. There have been times playing Murky that I do pick up a few coins if I feel really safe. I just realized I didn't plant my egg, so I've just been running around out here in loads of trouble. Let's put it over here. Pretty much back at the spawn, so that's unfortunate. I think I'm going to start heading down to the bottom lane. I do prefer to push the top and the middle lane with Murky, because those are the lanes I can get in between the quickest. Just blow up these guys here. I'll try to eliminate them as quickly as possible. Push this lane back a little bit. Push it to the limit. Let's get another right away. Oh, I agree. If you guys can get another one right away, that would be awesome. I actually thought that the enemy team had got the bombardment just because things have been going so poorly, but I mean, that's great. If they're going to pick up another one, I'm just going to grab these coins. I'm going to be a ballsy Murky here. Just throw down my puffer fish, wait a second for that to explode, and use my splash. Should be able to take these guys out relatively quickly. There we go. Not a lot of health, so hopefully we can get to the turn-in point before... nope. Wow. Turned in again. Let's go down here, say hi to Muradin. Certainly a dangerous situation. We're going to be giving him some coins most likely. But let's just bubble. Nice thing about Murky is every time he dies, the fountain is reset. So, you know, if you are in a situation where, you know, you don't want to die a lot, which I guess would be any situation, but, you know, you'll be able to go back and use that cup quite often. Basically, at least once every time you die, if you make sure and take care of it. I think we've dissuaded them from pursuing even further. I think we should take a look at the boss. Let's see. Grab boss. I think this could be a comeback game, ladies and gentlemen, depending on how the friendly team wants to handle things. It looks like I also have 2 stacks of Bribe. False stats here, but he has no health. So for our level 20 talent, we're going to pick up a Shark 2. It's going to increase the damage of our ultimate by 30,000%. I know that sounds like a lot, but it's actually not a lot because it really didn't do any damage to start with. Anybody want to take that? Nope. I don't think it's a good time anymore anyways. We had a few of the enemy team down. If I could only get to that camp quickly, I could just bribe most of those, all of them. But it looks like I would not have been able to make it there in time. I really need to start thinking about when these things come off. That's 45 seconds, so I should probably... Ooh, this is going to be tough. Do I want to head down and grab those? Or do I want to continue this push that could be quite effective? Let's jump in here, splash damage a little bit. The cannon towers are active again, so I want to go down to here, but I'm a little worried that Sonya is going to follow me. She looks very distracted, though. Up, and Tychus beat me to it. No, he didn't. Let's bubble, see if we can get some help, because we are going to lose all the coins. Looks like Rainer and Tychus, 2 Space Marines down in the bottom lane, pushing. Probably not the best idea. So far, it doesn't seem to be working out too bad for us. But unfortunately, when you have your whole team pushing lanes late game, unless the enemy team's doing the same thing, which they kind of are, it's just very easy to defeat somebody who's just laning in late game, because all you have to do is roam around together and kill everybody on the other team. So if the enemy team starts to band together and they decide, hey man, let's all group up and then just run around the map killing them and collecting coins on the way. That's all they really have to do, and we'll be in a lot of trouble. Let's drop down our puffer fish, do a little splash damage, just get that tower out of the way. Push it to the limit. We will have to back out here. He doesn't want to be in here. Oh, and I wasted the ultimate, dying at the last second to Murky. I don't know what they want us to do about it. Their entire team is there, and they are all dead. We should be team fighting, guys. There's not a whole lot that I can do. Just because, you know, me against multiple people, it's not a thing that's going to work. I can handle probably one hero at a time right now. If I land all my moves perfectly, I could certainly take out a hero just by using, if I can land my puffer fish. Here we go, Murky's got a lot. Come on, Murky. I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch you, Murky. And when I do... Oh, the battle of the Murkies. Oh, and he wins the battle!
Humiliation.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Incoming 2012 is the better Murky player. But to be honest, I feel really off compared to my last couple Murky games. I was actually going to record the last one, which would have been a great match to record. I feel like I exercised Murky perfectly. You know, I didn't stand around at my egg. Man, I'm so used to, you know, the death timer being longer. So, this is definitely not a superb example of how excellent Murky is. But he really needs to be with a particular team. If he doesn't have a support with him, that hurts a lot. As you can see, the friendly Uther, he just... Man, I don't know how to even explain it. I mean, he's clearing bruiser camps by himself. Yeah, Uther is not a jungler by any means. So... I'm assuming because Uther, you know, is free this week, whoever's playing him is probably playing him for the first time. And I'm assuming you didn't watch my video on how to play Uther, because I think I demonstrated well enough, you know, that Uther shouldn't be jungling. He could certainly help you jungle, but he shouldn't be jungling by himself. It's just, you know, quite a waste. Here we go. This fort looks like it is going to be going down. The enemy team definitely still ahead of us right now, but we're just a team fight short of pulling this around. They are at the boss. They have the boss. Would have been nice.
Perhaps you are not as strong as the Emperor thought.
Uther. Boss. So, probably not going to be... you know, a real great game to show off Murky, because when you are with a friendly team who just completely ignores team fighting, the matches are generally one-sided. Let's take a look here. I mean, we are top siege damage. I think, you know, the only reason we have any damage on the enemy forts is because of the bombardments and from me pushing. You know, Raynor, Tychus, and Uther have all been trying their best to just push. But unfortunately, you know, I don't think they understand that they can't push quite as hard as Murky can. We'll see if this is going to be game here. The friendly team is rallying together to stop this boss. Surprisingly, very, very late. But at this point, it is a tie game. So the next person to get a bombardment is going to be in an excellent position. You know, it would be in an even better position is if we could take this bottom fort down, which we... let's see. Can anybody help me? If we can take this... You know what? We can take the siege golem. Let's do that. Unfortunately, I have no faith that the friendly team will show up to help me take the bruiser camps, though Jim Raynor is making his way. But it looks like he's actually just going to be pushing the minion wave, which I suppose will help my push. Let's see. Let's bubble up here. Try to use the siege giants as protection, but unfortunately, I'm not able to do that. Jim Raynor deciding to... Nope, he is not going to take that camp. He is going to take the coins, which we could use. It looks like the enemy team's going to get those coins a lot faster than us. In that situation, I really think that if Jim Raynor or anyone would have showed up to take that bruiser camp, yep, there are definitely churning in coins, and it most likely will be the end of the game. But, you know, if you think... It looks like nobody's churning in coins, so... Poor ping there. Poor ping. Which isn't too surprising. Looks like the enemy team is grabbing the bruiser camp that I was hoping that we could secure. Not a surprise. You know, just to be honest, just with things like when they're pinging the map and there's no reason to be pinging it, they're just going on a bad hunch. And when I ping the map and no one responds and it turns out the enemy team is there, it's a little discouraging, to be honest. I mean, I don't consider myself to be the greatest player of all time. So when other people are making calls that aren't very helpful to the team, it's a little discouraging. But that is the purpose of making these videos, is to help people understand the heroes and the characters a little bit better and be able to see it firsthand. Sometimes when you're in a game and a guy tells you, hey man, we need to watch that boss, we should take it right now, well, the enemy team is down. You might think, oh, what does that guy know? Why should I trust him? He's playing Murky. Oh my gosh. So, you know, at least this way you can kind of get a perspective and say, oh yeah, look at that, not getting that boss certainly hurt. But I would imagine most of the viewers here probably already know that by now, unless this is your first video, which, welcome to the Dark Vader army, the March of the Murlocs. Look at him move in with his little team.
Push it to the limit. The core is under attack.
The friendly team is trying to defend what feels like an inevitable loss here, though. Like I said, it is anybody's game. Sonya finally coming back. We are going to jump in our bubble, pull her away from that. Envenom her. Let's lock her down with the stun. Now it basically does some damage. We're going to drop down the pufferfish, see if we can get out of there. So, as you can see, we are distracting Sonya quite a bit, while all of our minions just continue to make their way down to the core where Muradin has to deal with them. Somebody please help. I have 2 stacks of Bribe. Alright, it looks like he is not going to help, which hopefully is not. And that is going to be a complete waste, ladies and gentlemen. A waste. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the enemy team just comes and picks that up. In all honesty, I bet they will. That's the kind of team that I have going with me right now. Hey, Muradin, alright, I'm going to make you miserable. How do you like that? We're going to throw out our Envenom. He is actually getting scared away from a Murky. Muradin was scared away by Murky. Can you believe it? I hope so. I really don't want to just leave this camp uncontested, but
We should capture this mercenary.
hopefully the enemy team will finally decide to see that there is only 2 mercenaries here. They apparently want to push. If they're going to push, that's fine too. But if this is going to be a half-hearted push, looks like Uther and Falstad are there. I think I can do some core damage as well. Get out of here, minions. Though I'm a lot better at bringing the minions in. But it looks like we do have a few minions, so that's good. Let's throw down a pufferfish. Use our splash. I think we are actually going to secure the win on this game. And get into the bubble. Oh, nice. And they do secure the kill on Sonya. Let's see, Murky, he is coming in and doing a little bit of harassing. Let's drop down a pufferfish. Blow these guys up. I would say it is time to retreat. We were not able to destroy the core. And it is just me. That's okay. We'll be back.
I'll be back.
Very soon. Jim Raynor is collecting all the coins from the top chest. I am on my way to the bottom chest. Tychus, don't know why. I guess either way we win. So, certainly a back and forth game. In my opinion, it's because both of the teams were failing to ever engage in a team fight, which you can definitely get away with in this match. And that's why our team, I think, was able to rally together and kind of pull the victory in. Is because we just collected more coins in the end. And that's... Wow! The nukes are coming down.
You just can't go around killing people.
Why?
Not a problem. We do win the game, so it is a good game. Let's see. So we did 200,000 siege damage. We did basically nothing for hero damage. We did more than the other Murky. And it looks like we did get the top XP contribution. So even though I think it was a terrible Murky game on my part and not the best team play, it's just this match isn't a good example of how teams should work together. I don't know what was going on the other side of the field. The enemy team obviously was doing really well in the beginning, and they just kind of fell apart. And our team kind of rallied up together. They got those coins, they turned them in, and getting more coins is going to do more damage. So, not to mention 200,000 damage by our Murky doesn't hurt. So, look forward to talking to you guys all next time.